Going once, going twice, sold. The Carolina Panthers have been up for sale for the last few months, and they might have a buyer, and it might come as soon as Monday or Tuesday. What a show we have for you guys today. Just stay tuned because it's going to be a bumpy ride. We have a lot of things to talk about. Try to keep it under 30, and this is the Black Katz Podcast.
Y'all know what time it is. Why? I like to introduce the song. Bow, ha, and present to many. Ha, Carolina Panthers. T1, let go. There we go again. You know we back to show out, cause we know we gon' win. We ready for the kick out, so go on, let us in, so we can hit the end zone and show you how we dance. Black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah, black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah, game face on, ready for whatever. Rain, sleet, snow, go through any weather. We gon' play to win, as long as we together. We gon' take it out, cause ain't nobody better. Heart of a champ, mind of a winner. All we do is win, that's the anthem. Show up to your city and make a lot of noise, and they be like, who that? Panther! Yeah, we be going hard, and we be going strong. We known everywhere, cause we be putting on. Losing on condone that, point blank period. Shut the lead down, cause it is that serious. There we go again. You know we bout to show out, cause we know we gon' win. We ready for the kick out, so go on, let us in, so we can hit the end zone and show you how we dance. Black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah, black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. We gon' get it. Yo.
What is going on, Panther Nation? Let's get our sponsors out of the way. We're sponsored by Herbalife. Please, if you want to lose weight, gain weight, tone up, or whatever the case may be, please go to Herbalife.com/Brandon Herbert. When you get the checkout, just type in Black Cat, Black Kat 1, and you'll get 10% off. And they also do wellness profiles, everything that's completely free, just to give you better diets and everything like that. So, want to get healthy, want to tone up, lose weight, whatever the case may be, go to GoHerbalife.com/Brandon Herbert, keyword Black Cat. So we got that out the way. You can find me on Twitter, BlackCat1, Black Kat1. You can find me on Facebook, Black Panther Nation 28. We're growing quick. We have over 1,200 followers right now. We're trying to get 1,500 by the end of the month. You can please, if you're listening on YouTube, please subscribe. Just share, like, whatever the case may be. You can find us everywhere on Stitcher, iTunes, wherever the case may be. You can find us on. Please go ahead, like, share, subscribe, everything else. I want to say I thank everyone for listening. I'm trying to make this thing grow. Please, like I said, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you guys for the advice. Please, like I told you from day one, if there's something that you think I should do better or whatever, because I am hosting this by myself, so it might be I don't want to be a little dull or anything like that. So if you need if you think I need to do something or whatever the case may be, please allow me to make those adjustments or whatever. And please, if you disagree, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, leave comments. Leave comments down in the YouTube section. If you're down on YouTube, comment on my Twitter, or whatever the case may be. I love healthy debates, and we're going to talk about a few debates that I've been having with a couple of people, and you're going to get my take on it and why I think that they're wrong. But that comes a little later. We're gonna start our show off with breaking news. Well, it's been broken since about last Thursday, but Carolina Panthers might have a new owner in town, David Tepper. He is a minority owner for the Pittsburgh Steelers, so he's already in the brand. So it won't take him that long to get accepted if he does. If he does buy the team. There's a few things about, because if anybody else buys, they're going to have to go through a longer process and everything because he sits kind of sort of like a part owner. They're going to allow him to get in a lot quicker than, let's say, if Amazon or somebody else that came out of left field bought them. The one good thing is that he said he's going to keep them in the Carolinas. They talk about rebuilding a new stadium and everything, but it's still going to be in the Carolinas. I don't know what a new stadium would be if they're going to build it. We're hoping to keep it in Charlotte still. That'll be nice. I think Charlotte is a perfect place for Carolina and represents Carolina. I'm from South Carolina, but I still don't necessarily think that they should move the stadium to South Carolina or on the border or anything like that, like Rock Hill. Charlotte is one of the busier, cities in Carolina. So I think that's perfect. They have like the city type of life and everything, perfect for merchandise and everything like that. So I do believe that they should keep it in there. Now they can. From what I'm hearing, they're really considering what actually might really happen is moving our spring training or and everything like that from Spartanburg to I don't know where they're going to do it, but I would be okay with that. But as long as they keep that in South Carolina, I think that was a good balance. Even though you only got like a couple of weeks or whatever, in South Carolina, but excuse me. I know that you only got like a couple of weeks or whatever in South Carolina, but I think Charlotte is the perfect area for it. I have family in Charlotte. The stadium is actually beautiful. I still haven't been to a Panthers game yet. That's on my list this year, so hopefully I can find a good time to go. I know especially since I've been in the military, it's a little hard to plan those things, but I'm going to make that a point to actually go to a game this year. I'm going to look at how much the tickets, I'm going to try to get tickets now or whatever, but yeah, so like if anybody knows anything on that, then holla at me. But yeah, so David Tepper, he is, I don't really know too much about him. Let's see. He's a weird looking guy. I can say that. But I don't really too much know that much about him. But hopefully, he doesn't look like the guy that's going to be like meddling in football operations. But I do want us to be a little bit more aggressive. I heard some people joking about, Cam Newton should finally, get Cam Newton should finally like get tattoos and all that kind of stuff. And I know most people were joking about it, but I totally disagree because I'm not going down too much further down the racist angle, but if they already looking at you like this type of thuggish type guy and everything, I think that would be ignoramus to freaking get earrings and tattoos and stuff like that, once a new owner takes over. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. You see how Cam dresses and all that kind of stuff. So obviously nothing really bothers him. Excuse me. But yeah. Like so, we got then we got David Temper. Yeah, like he doesn't look like I said. I don't know his life or anything like that. So maybe he knows a lot about football and all that kind of stuff. So, but we'll see. He looks like he is going to be the new owner of the Carolina Panthers, unless somebody comes out of left field. Because to be honest, he shot them a lowball offer. He shot them for $2 billion. Excuse me, $2 billion when they were asking for around 2.5 to 3 billion. So the other teams actually offered more, but because I truly believe because he, you know how tight Jerry Richardson and everything was with the Steelers anyway, since he was, he was, kind of part of an organization. He knows the ins and outs of things and everything. He has the money and stuff like that. I do believe that he will be able to. He's gonna be able to be, the Carolina Panthers owner because I think Jerry Richardson trusts him that the team will be in good hands. Hopefully, it's true. I don't know how old he is, but he doesn't. From the pictures and everything like that and the video, he doesn't look extremely old. Like so, but yeah. So that's not even the only breaking news we had came in last week. Our defensive back coach has resigned, and at first I thought he just resigned and everything, but then I found out that it was because of a lot of some like sexual harassment claims. Now I'm not sure like how this is going. I mean, this has been literally probably the worst Carolina Panthers offseason, other than, I'm not talking personnel wise, but just as an organization in their history, because it's appalling that all these guys like can't keep it to themselves. Like, I mean, we're guys, so everybody thinks like, oh man, I would do this and such to that girl, but I mean, come on now, like. You can't say that. You can't act upon it. You can think it all you want, but once you act upon it, that's when you become in the wrong. And I don't understand what's going on with the Carolina, thing like I mean, it's not even just Carolina thing. Like all these stories are coming out to public, and I'm kind of like. I'm questioning if some of it's true or some of it's lying or whatever. I don't care. Just all I can say is you shouldn't find yourself in that position. Because, like, even if you want to look past Carolina, they got Marshall Faulk, they got Heath Evans, they got all these other, like, notable people. And so I don't know what's going on. I think it's starting to become a problem. So they need to fix it. They need to tighten up their policies and what's okay and what's not okay, because that is a no-no. But that's all I'm really going to talk about. That we just need to replace our defensive back coach. I'm not even sure if they already did that or not. So. Then now, what we're going to talk about next, we had rookie training camp. The last few days. Nope. Before we even talk about that, what we're going to talk about, a little debate I had, and I mean we went probably half the day talking about it. It's somebody on Twitter who's going to remain nameless. If you follow me, you'll see the back and forth. Now, he is really, really down on Norv Turner. Super down on Norv Turner, actually. And I guess if you look at his last two stints, where it didn't last long or whatever, I guess you would have reason to. But the reason that I don't count those last two is because is because, like, if you look at the quarterback production, if you look at the quarterback play, if you look at who he had at quarterback, really, like, I mean, what do you expect him to do? Like, they didn't give him a valuable starter, and he went back and forth, like I don't understand why a lot of people say that his scheme and everything wouldn't work. Like, if you look at what they did for him this offseason was to make our offense Norv Turner worthy. If you look at what he did with the offense and everything this week, this offseason, they bring in a really fast, shifty type receiver in DJ Moore, but he has power. Christian McCaffrey, I truly, and if you've seen how much muscle and tone he's gotten this year, I truly, without questioning a doubt, think that and believe with my heart of hearts that Christian McCaffrey is going to be our LT. Like, that's how he's going to be used. Like, people saying, "Oh, he's not a every down back." Oh, that's horse baloney. We've signed C.J. Anderson. I think C.J. Anderson, I don't think he's going to be 50-50, but I'll think that it may be like 60-40, where Christian McCaffrey is getting the majority of the carries. And all this stuff about Christian McCaffrey not being able to run between the tackles and all this kind of stuff, you can tell who watches freaking film and not. And that goes for the NFL analysts and everything that don't see it too, because you can tell who watches film or who just looks at some highlights and then make an observation off of it. The line was horrible last year. Horrible. Every time they touched the ball, whether it was Jonathan Stewart, Christian McCaffrey, they were hit like 3 yards, 4 yards in the backfield constantly. Like, the offensive line was a huge issue. Now, I'm hoping that it's fixed. We didn't really do anything except we lost. We actually, if you look on paper, we got worse. But I do think that Norv Turner is going to employ a scheme that can work with what we have on the offensive line. Like, I truly believe Norv Turner is the answer, and I truly believe that Cam Newton will have his best year under Norv Turner. And that goes beyond of his 2015 season. Now, he might not have 50 touchdowns. I think he'll have a pretty good amount. But I don't think he might not have 50 touchdowns, but that doesn't mean that he won't be better than how he was, this year. 2015, how he was in 2015. I truly think that Norv Turner is going to resolve the issues. He's going to like work with Cam. I don't think that we're going to run as much zone read, but I do think that Norv Turner, he's not naive enough to not see that it works sometime. Like, he's going to play to Cam's strengths. And a lot of people are saying, people don't realize, and I've said it constantly on this podcast, is that you have to scheme your receivers open. If they can't get open by themselves, by their pure route running ability, you have to scheme your receivers open. And that's the biggest thing that a lot of people don't understand. Like, you see these receivers running wide open in the end zone and all that kind of stuff. Why do you think that is? Most of the time, it's not because of just a perfect route. It's because they scheme the receivers open. You look at the different defensive schemes and what they are offering and everything like that, and you scheme to make them better. So, I believe in Norv Turner. I also believe our defense will be a lot better because, like, Luke Kuechly, by his standards, he didn't have a good year, but he had a really good year. It just wasn't by his standards because they blitzed a lot. Like, that was probably the most that we've blitzed in Carolina's history, and I'm not being facetious. I'm not being over dramatic. Like, that we blitz like on every down. And I do believe Luke Kuechly works better in space. So if he can read it, he reads and reacts. So if he can read and react to the play, it's a lot better than just telling Kuechly to blitz down the gut. Like, I mean, of course, blitzing every once in a while and everything is fine. Like, but Kuechly, Davis, I think we're going to be a better defense. Now the rookie minicamp is come and gone, or it has come and gone and everything like that. Here's just a little bit of what Ron Rivera had to say, with day 2. I believe that this was day 2.
I talked to Kyle Allen a little bit. He thought he was a little slow the first day. Did things pick up for him this second day?
They picked up. It's going to be like that. It's just the way it is because he's learning a new system. His teammates are learning a new system. So that's a good mix, good combination. That's a good way to put it. But he did some good things. I mean, he's a very bright kid. That's the first thing you learn, from listening to him as he calls his huddles. So that was a huge plus. So.
Kind of an interesting prospect, so to speak.
Yes.
Kind of odd, very highly rated kid coming out of high school.
Yeah, very much so. And he bounced around a little bit of college and finally settled in at the end. But, he does have a good skill set. And as I said earlier, he's very smart. So that'll bode very well for him in terms of his opportunity.
Who would you put kind of leader in the clubhouse as the number 2 quarterback at this point?
Oh, there really isn't a leader in the clubhouse. But if I had to pick one, I would, I'd go with Garrett right now. I think Garrett's done a nice job so far. He's really doing some good things, and again, we'll see. I mean, that's why we go through this whole process.
How hard is it to kind of figure out these, quote, system quarterbacks, right? Like the guys that play in the spread system, but you know that they have other skill sets, but you haven't seen it in a couple of years.
Right, but that's the thing that we're finding out, because again, we're a multifaceted offense. We do everything from either under center or in the gun, and we mix it up, whether we're going to use some of the zone read stuff or we're going to use some of the base offense. And so it's just a matter of watching these guys and seeing. And another thing too is they're going to have to make their own reads. They're not turning to the sideline and being told what to do. So, that's another thing. And then also some of our have to call huddles. Some of them, we've had guys that have never called huddles before. So it's been real interesting. But, the guys that we had out here today did a nice job for us, both of them.
Ron, you guys brought in 3 undrafted guards, and I'm curious just how you thought they did in this camp. And also, do you think Norwell's kind of story of being in their exact shoes 4 years ago kind of serves as another bit of a motivating force?
Very much so. And I talked to the guys before we started on Friday about their opportunity, and I gave them 2 names. I talked about Wes, and I talked about Andrew, and told them, hey, these guys are guys that came in, were in these mini camps, and they were signed as free agents, and both have had very good careers, and it's all because they took advantage of the opportunity, and you guys have a chance as well.
How these 2 days go?
They went well. Very happy with what we got out of the 2 days. More so than anything else, watching some of the guys compete, that was great. And again, get a chance to watch our draft picks, our signed free agents that we brought in. And, there are a few guys that weren't drafted and weren't signed that caught our attention. So we feel good about what we got from these 2 days of practices.
Marquise did his commencement today?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, he left last night, but came in, looked really good yesterday. Very pleased with what we got from him. So, again, just happy to see him when he was here. He'll be back. I guess he flies back tomorrow.
What did you see out of Golden?
Oh, very pleased with his athleticism, his movement skills. A little rusty back there playing pure safety, but we'll get him back on track. Really like his athleticism, though.
Do you have anybody in the system like you did with
I don't think so. I don't think we do. So I'm pretty excited about having everybody here to start.
You said there are a few guys that really caught your attention. Who specifically really stood out?
Well, and again, I don't have to give you numbers because I'm not good with their names right now, but on defensive side, 95, Schultz. He did a nice job, 74, the center, 79, the left tackle. Guys that really performed well. 20, the running back's a guy that caught our attention as well, 72, the defensive tackle. 31 and 32 is DBs. I mean, again, these guys did some nice things. Number 11 and number 6 at the wide receiver position. I mean, all these guys, really shown very well. And the other guys competed.
Some of those guys, good chance we might see them on the roster.
Some have opportunities, Joe. We'll get that sorted out in probably the next few hours. But, those guys got our attention and most certainly are in the conversation.
Ron was just saying your athleticism was pretty evident this weekend, but a little rusty at that safety spot. What did that look like for you?
Playing safety in the NFL, I mean, that's probably one of the tougher positions to play. So there's so many different checks and adjustments that you need to know. And I'm very eager to learn, everything. Being out here, getting a weekend to get familiar with all the different sets and formations, that definitely helped me out. And from there, it's just learning it and then being able to play fast.
Those first couple whiteboard sessions then, with your head kind of...
Yes, I was able to sit down with Coach Rogers and get some of this install in, get it pretty sharp, so it wasn't too bad.
How important is the next 9 or 10 days before OTA starts to really kind of get keyed into the playbook?
Oh, it's very important. I'm going to use these 9-10 days to really, meet with my coach individually, be able to understand that, these guys that are about getting ready to come back for OTAs know their stuff, so I need to be on that level and be able to separate myself.
We heard from a very vociferous Dante Jackson. You seem a little quieter than Dante.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely more quieter. I'm more reserved. I'm kind of like, I take this really serious, man. It's a job, and I've always dreamed of being here. He always tells me to lighten up, man, but I'm going to let him be that energy and that talker that he is, man. He gives me a big boost, and, we already have a really good relationship.
So what will your trademark be?
I mean, it'll just be playing infectious ball when I step on the field, just influencing others by my play and how, I communicate. They'll see the type of energy I bring.
We talked to you about this on draft night, I think, but the idea of coming to a team that's got what looks like some opportunities on the back end, how motivating is that, and how fired up are you about that?
It's very motivating, coming into a place that says you have an opportunity. Really, that's all you need is an opportunity. I know there's guys that's already here in the back end, and like I said, everything that I'm doing right now throughout this process is trying to separate myself, trying to be able to develop a relationship with the guys in the back end and all over the defense, and just be able to get used to the verbiage and the sets.
What will the next few weeks be like for you? Like, if you found a place to stay, or what's it like moving to your first NFL job?
It's kind of new. Everything's in the works right now. Just not really have a place to stay. Not really any transportation, man. But it's good to be out here and being able to play ball. I mean, I love ball, and I'm good where I'm at right now.
All right, that was Ron Rivera and our third-round pick, Golden. Yeah, it's so much that we could talk about and listen to and everything. I just wanted to give you a little bite of what they were talking about and everything. Like I told y'all before, like I actually I like the Jackson pick. I don't love it, especially since Oliver was there, and then he went to our nemesis, the Atlanta Falcons. So hopefully he's a bust. Hopefully Ridley's a bust and everything like that. But I am very excited about more. Like I've watched so much film, so much games and different things. about Moore, and he looked like he's gonna be a player. He looked like he plays with the energy. I'm not saying he's ever gonna be as good as Steve Smith, but he plays with the energy of Steve Smith. Like, and by the way, Steve Smith, I know you're never gonna listen to this, but happy birthday! Hopefully you have a great day. Love you, man. Thank you for everything that you've given us, everything that you've done for the Carolinas. I mean, we understand that you still love the Carolinas. I hope that they can, like, y'all can just kiss and make up, basically, so you can retire as well, you can't retire as a Panther, but we can, like, retire your number or something like that, be the first one to do so, because, like, you deserve it. So thank you very much. But yeah, that was just a few things about, the camp and everything like that. Not too bad. Like, Ron Rivera, he's never gonna say too much and everything like that. But DJ Moore, I totally believe that DJ Moore is gonna be an actual player for the Carolina Panthers. Like, I mean, I'm just giddy with excitement and just knowing what he can do in this offense. But yeah, like, please, if y'all have anything to really add to this, I know it's a short video and everything like that. But I promised y'all a video, and I'm going to start, or I promised y'all a podcast, and I'm going to start keeping my word and making sure it's on Sunday. No matter how busy I get, it's going to be every Sunday. I promise you that. But I'll even try to, because there's so much more I really want to talk about. But to be honest, I have to go. But I might even make another podcast discussing everything else that I wanted to talk about and everything like that. But until that time, you can reach me on Twitter at the Black or at BlackCat1. KAT is how you spell cat. You can reach me on Facebook, Panther Nation 28. Leave your comments, share, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. So and if you just click that little notification button underneath the YouTube channel, it'll let you know every time that a new podcast is up and dated. So if you like I told you guys before, please visit the sponsor. It's if you're really into protein shakes, supplements, if you're really into all that kind of stuff, if you like to work out, if you want to learn how to lose weight, we have things for any and everything. You go to goherbalife.com/Brandon Herbert and type in, once you get to the checkout and everything, you find what you want, type in Black Cat 1, and it should give you 10% off. And like I said, if you don't want to, if you don't know what you're doing or whatever like that, and if it's your first time, if you want to lose weight or whatever, we have our own coaches to help you. That's completely free. You just go online, find where it says wellness profiles, fill that out, and then it'll ask you a few questions about your diet and everything like that, and then a coach will immediately be able to help you. So please, that's goherbalife.com, one word, goherbalife.com/Brandon Herbert, or / Brandon Herbert. But yeah, so I am super excited about this season. Can't wait for it to start. And it looks like we're done here. And thank you guys so much for all your support. Please don't hesitate to, like I said, comment on it. If you like it, if you don't like it, whatever the case may be, please give me your input. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for all your support. Thank you guys for everything that you do. And I think we're done here. And don't forget, if you're not a Panthers fan, you're not a fan at all.
Y'all know what time it is. Why? I like to introduce the song. Bow, ha, and present to many. Ha, Carolina Panthers. T1, let go. There we go again. You know we about to show out, cause we know we gon' win. We ready for the kick out, so go on, let us in, so we can hit the end zone and show you how we dance. Black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah, black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah. Game face on, ready for whatever. Rain, sleet, snow, go through any weather. We gon' play to win, as long as we together. We gon' take it out, cause ain't nobody better. Heart of a champ, mind of a winner. All we do is win, 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 that's the anthem. Show up to your city and make a lot of noise, and they be like, who that? Panther! Yeah, we be going hard, and we be going strong. We known everywhere, cause we be putting on. Losing on condone that, point blank period. Shut the league down, cause it is that serious. There we go again. You know we about to show out, cause we know we gon' win. We ready for the kick out, so go on, let us in, so we can hit the end zone and show you how we dance. Black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah, black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. We gon' get it in. Yeah.